A glimpse into what Earth will look like in 100 million years. It's in our nature as humans to be curious about the world around us. That same innate trait has led us on a journey of unprecedented breakthroughs that converged into the modern world with new problems. Problems like the impending threats of climate change, rising global tensions, and an overwhelming human population that has put us into a dire, inextricable situation. One that makes us question what the future has in store for us and the future of Earth. Surprisingly, it closely parallels to the experience of our ancestors. We all know Pangaea, the 300-million-year-old supercontinent that fell apart to form the world we live in today. Well, guess what? Pangaea was not the first supercontinent, and it won't be the last. Pangaea and its lesser-known predecessors, Rodinia and Luna, all exist about 1 billion years apart from one another. However, our next mega landmass, Amasia, will crash the party early, about 500 million years early. Our narrow human perception can't begin to fathom this. However, it's hardly even a minuscule event in the grand scheme of our 14 billion-year-old universe. What difference is one space rock in one galaxy floating amongst tens of thousands of other known galaxies in an infinite void? Despite all of our technological advances, it's all we really understand. On this space rock, we face an infinite tangle of questions. It's like Hydra. We cut off one head, and 10 more appear in its place. Through all of our exploration, discoveries, and major events, the main question will always undoubtedly be, what about us? The initial stages in the welcoming of our new world are already in effect, and they're gaining ground quick. Within the next 2 centuries, global warming will likely wipe out large populations of humans and wildlife. Although humans shouldn't worry for another 10,000 years. Many ecosystems will perish and consequently push other species to extinction. Some animals have already begun to migrate and adapt their behaviors to survive. While they struggle for survival, others will not be so lucky. Those videos of polar bears stranded on sparse glaciers will soon be a historical momentum of our time. Coral reefs are quickly dying out across the globe. Even the delicious Atlantic cod we love so much is facing severe consequences. In the meantime, these recent record-breaking hurricanes and other extreme weather is only the beginning. Storms and natural disasters will exponentially grow in strength and endurance. Throughout our time and beyond, extraterrestrial threats like meteor explosions and asteroid flybys will accessorize these terrestrial woes. Within the next century, global warming will raise the average temperature by nearly 11 degrees Fahrenheit. It sounds intimidating, but the warmer temperatures might benefit our distant descendants. The temperature rise could perhaps play in our favor eventually. Studies suggest that Amasia will come together atop our present-day North Pole. However, this does not necessarily mean that future humans will be living in ice caves. Our North and South poles regularly change positions and are only a few millennia from their next shift. Depending on their positions 100 million years from now, the center of Amasia will rest on either pole. Despite this inconvenient position, most of its landmass should stretch out towards the equator where it's warmer. The makeup of this supercontinent will leave much of the landmass far away from the ocean. It will be harder for rain to reach, creating a vast central wasteland. Consider the makeup of Australia, with vibrant lush edges surrounding uninhabitable bushland. Amasia is likely to resemble this, except large ice caps will exist instead of an unforgiving desert. What does it all mean? Every generation of humans tends to believe that recognizable changes occurring within their lifetime might signify an apocalypse, religious premonitions, or that the world has just gone crazy. This is only due to our limited scope of the universe and life within it. We've made a lot of scientific progress in the last several hundred years, but there's still a lot we don't know. All we can do is embrace the chaos. Then, when threats of earthquakes, volcanoes, meteors, and everything else subside, we can take a minute to dream about what the future holds for amazing generations. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, and comment below what we should unpuzzle next.